was running recon. Alone.
Listen up. The BSAA, our job is to rid the world of bioterrorism. And the only way we're gonna do that is by sticking together.
Nobody's expendable.
Exactly. Now, each and every one of you may be ready to die for our cause, but it's my job to make sure we all get through this alive.
Suck it up, Finn.
Sorry, sir.
No one gets left behind. Not on my watch. Understood?
Yes, sir. Finn, give us the update.
Yes, sir. The guerrillas are using a new species of BOW. Command is calling them Juavo. They are extremely intelligent, incredibly strong, and have the ability to mutate in response to physical trauma.
All right, you know the drill. Split into 3 teams. Move out!
You got it, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're the rookie, huh?
Yes, sir. Finn McCauley, sir.
I know you're nervous, Finn. The team's got your back, okay?
Yes, sir. I'll give this everything I've got. Is he always this awesome?
Enemy fire! Alpha team, engage! Spread out! Return fire!
Come in, HQ. We're taking fire at the 2 of Hearts. Engaging the enemy.
Copy that. Keep an eye out for those powered-up soldiers.
Hey there everybody, welcome back to more Resident Evil 6. Today, it's just like the first chapter, we're thrust back into the thick of it, but we're given the vague direction of bring the city under control, and we'll be finding out what happened to Chris. So there's a lot to talk about. First off, I want to talk about the video time, and I'm really sorry guys. I went into this thinking I would get it lower than 40 minutes, but despite my best efforts, I really couldn't do much about it. And by the way, I know a lot's happening right here. There's a guy on a turret across the road. There's a guy in with an RPG up in a window somewhere. And there's just a swarm of guys out here. Oh, by the way, you don't want to stay in that room because that turret can actually shoot you through the wall. It only happened to me once, but I wasn't going to risk a chance this time. So, there's a guy with an RPG up in a window across from the guy in the turret, and there's also a sniper in another window, but those AI teammates we have are actually pretty good about taking that guy out for us. See? Oh, by the way, you know it's a video game when you can slide up the stairs. See that window right there? That's where another guy would be, but they took him out for me. Right here, I'm actually shooting at that guy with the RPG. If you go up far enough, the APC will actually clear out the whole skyline there, but I wasn't going to risk it. Normally, you could have just sit back with Piers and just take out the turret guy and have an easier time, but also, here's a sniper who likes to camp behind these sandbags. Usually he gets run over, but not this time.
Follow me.
So once you get up to this point, it's actually a little bit easier, and this guy really wanted to kick Piers' ass for some reason.
Nice.
And you saw me just attack Piers right there. I turned attack reaction on for this one. So about the time, this chapter is gimmicky. It relies on you waiting on other people constantly. So it doesn't matter how fast you go, you're still limited by how fast other people are going to go, and you're going to be seeing it several times throughout this whole video. I really did try. Oh, here's one of our first new enemies. This is called the Tilo Magla. Tilo is body, and Magla means like aerosol or fog. It spews out this thing they call poison gas, but it really doesn't do anything to you. You want to be careful going up these stairs because there's a guy with a light machine gun who sometimes comes out. But I guess he was dead because I didn't see him when I went up there. Oh, wait, there he is. He was just camping back on the bridge there. Now that was awesome. Since I'm low on stamina, I'm going to take cover, and that's what you should do, or you can lay on your back to quickly get it back. Also, You can take an herb or use a first aid spray to restore it completely, but don't use a first aid spray unless you're in danger. Also, there's a gun icon back there. I wonder what's in this room. Ah, looks like we're going to be interrupted first. So I'm kind of curious what happened to all our teammates down there.
How many new species are there?
Don't worry, you're not in any danger up here, so don't worry about this guy. You see Piers shooting the guy, but it does nothing. Don't bother shooting him. It's a waste of ammo. Chris really wants a piece of action. So there's a doorway just to our right here that you want to get into immediately, otherwise you're going to have to run across the whole street. You don't want to do that.
Firepower now!
Removing the barricade now, sir. I'll be there as soon as I can.
You want to get to that doorway because you don't want to be out there. This guy, I'm going to be honest with you, he doesn't pose a threat whatsoever. As long as you're not at his feet, he can do nothing to stop you. And it's also a little bit buggy. If you want to do damage, you have to shoot the base of that red thing. Or you have to shoot him at a very specific point on his mouth. You can see a wooden platform on the other side, but you don't want to be out in the open because other Juavo are spawning, and they have guns, and you'll be seeing them soon enough. So this is really frustrating or really easy. And for the most part, I was getting a little bit frustrated here. Because I'm going to tell you something. Do you know that red thing? Only the base of it has a hitbox, and let's get in there. Come on, Chris, put those muscles to use. This will pretty much kill him instantly and let us move on. You really have to wonder how that thing got here.
Our route's blocked by a BOW.
Change course from Route 1 to Route 4.
Follow me.
Those things are enormous now. I didn't know BOWs could get that big.
They're giving them new stuff. They can make any kind of freak show they want.
You really have to wonder what kind of person could be able to create something like that, or what it even started out as. But anyway, let's make sure to get back up here and claim our prize.
Yeah, I know.
Piers.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Over
Yes,
here.
I do.
I know. Hey, you don't have to tell me twice.
I wonder if anybody actually missed this. Anyway, we've got our assault shotgun in here. This shotgun is rape incarnate, and we get a first aid spray. But yeah, about this shotgun, there's probably the most useful weapon you'll get as Chris. Aside from his assault rifle, of course. It
Follow me.
has a really tight spread, it's really strong, it fires really fast, and like the assault rifle, if you're playing as Chris, you want to prioritize ammo for it. So that big giant we just saw is called the Ogroman, which just means huge in Serbian.
They're all over it.
So this is actually a pretty easy area right here. These guys die pretty fast, and the APC will protect you from a lot of LMG carrying Juavo up on those balconies. Just take this as an opportunity to score some free ammo, honestly. It's not that bad. Here you'll see me actually take a pot shot at some of those Juavo up there. They die pretty fast too. And I'm on veteran, and I don't even have firearm, and they still die pretty fast. Speaking of veteran, I'm really glad you guys chose defense for me. I really want to let you know that I did not have any problems with this chapter whatsoever, and despite its length, I was still going fast, and I was taking a lot of risks. There was just no problem. This was probably the smoothest chapter I've ever had with such stipulations. And you guys voted on no grenades too, so that kind of hurt me later on, but for the most part it wasn't that bad. And that guy moved out of the way before I could throw him at him. Oh well. Here we see some action rolls. Oh, here we go. That guy just grew a shield. That's called the Ruka Bedem. Bedem means bulwark or bastion or just literally means wall. So for the most part, I actually regret the fact that I didn't get to show off any of the new enemies. Because when they show up, they become very problematic if you spawn them. And back at the beginning, you could actually have gotten the shield guys to appear. But as you can see, like, that truck came in and all these guys started coming out, and there's a sniper back there, and oh god, you will learn to hate the fucking snipers in this game. They are cheating bastards on such a degree. Especially when you're playing on professional or no hope. They don't even need to aim at you. They'll just aim at you and immediately fire. You don't even get a chance to try and dodge it. I don't even know if there is an effective dodging tactic. By the way, there can be snipers up here. Be aware. So that actually went pretty smoothly despite everything. And you can see the shotgun in action right there. It works really well. By the way, that little slide you see right there, if you leap off a ledge like that kind right there, you can't leap over a railing or anything. If you hold down L1, you'll do this little slide, and when you see that slide, you gotta let go immediately and you can just keep your momentum going. It's a lot faster than sliding down a ledge.
I'll blow the car and clear a path.
By the way, you want to hide here because a guy with an RPG immediately spawns on top of that train car up there, and he'll shoot you, and that's not fair. Oh, and here's the first moment in the game where you have to wait on someone else. So we gotta protect Finn, and no, he can't die. He can't be interrupted. So it's really just a horde mode. You gotta hold out right here, pretty much. And again, this actually went pretty smoothly for me. So Piers is, if the Piers is an AI partner right here, he'll be up on the top of the train car over there, and he'll provide cover fire with his anti-material rifle. So I was a little low on the health square there, and I didn't want to lose it, so I took cover for a little bit. And no, I don't think being in cover makes your health regenerate faster. As long as you don't lose the square, it will regenerate, and I'm pretty sure I didn't mention it. Also, for Serpent Emblem. So there are a few other things this chapter will introduce us to, and that's the fact that both players don't get the same Serpent Emblem, like in RE5. So if one person shot it in RE5, both players would get it. That doesn't work in this game, and they also kind of bullshit you in a certain way by making it so you have to play as certain characters to get certain emblems. You'll be seeing that after this little scene here. And they're throwing grenades at me, but they managed to only team kill him. And this guy with an RPG scared the crap out of me. Oh, I think it's good to mention that if an RPG guy shoots the floor right next to him or just shoots anywhere near him, he doesn't take any damage whatsoever. He doesn't even flinch. So, yeah, just take that in stride.
Almost done!
Usually I like to run up where they spawn and just take them out as they drop down, but usually that's a little bit unsafe because those guys with RPGs keep spawning too, and you'll probably get blown up. And since I can't use grenades, I can't just like throw it up there and kill them, so... we're almost done here. I was pretty lucky on that charge attack right there. So there's another thing I want to mention. I do have saturation in this video, but it's at half, and you're not going to see much of it because we're in this like sterile white environment. I wanted to run back here and get this crate before we move on to the bridge. Here we are at the bridge, and you'll find out our goals soon enough.
HQ to Alpha Team. City Hall's on the other side of the bridge. Pick up Bravo and move in.
What's the status? Any casualties?
They've got a man down on the bridge.
Take on the bridge! The whole thing is blocked off! Okay, people. Getting to the wounded is priority 1.
That was the most obvious clue they just gave us. So our goal is to get across this bridge. And, yeah, let's talk about this in a second.
All snipers, form on my mark.
We'll be seeing what happens to Chris first, and then I'll move over to Piers.
Just up ahead, but he's hurt bad. You gotta get him out.
So,
This is
something that just comes completely out of nowhere, and I position myself poorly, and you'll be seeing that in a second here.
Captain! Over here!
If that car falls on you, you'll die. And I'm going to assume that the tank shot us because there is no reason for that explosion.
How's our injured friend?
Still with us! I'm going to administer first aid!
Alpha team, come in. There's an old T-42 tank moving on your position. Looks like it's had some modifications.
They're bringing out the big guns for us! Be careful, Captain!
So this is where things can really start going wrong if you're playing as Chris and you don't have any backup. This is one of the very few areas in the game where enemies can actually gain multiple transformations. They can grow the shield and they can grow two other things if you shoot them in the legs and in their other arm. And if they do that, you are probably going to die because it is the single most frustrating and annoying set of transformations in the game.
Throw the tank out of position. I can take care of that truck.
But surprisingly, I managed to set none of them off. I don't know how I did it, but I did. And that's why I'm not going to be showing all of Chris, because after that tank gets blown up, all we do is just pick up item crates and go help Piers get up here. And yeah, so here we are. We're going to go see Piers right now.
You're gonna need a thermal scope up in there.
Yeah, no.
Move in. Right now.
For some reason, I make the mistake of staying on this, perspective of the camera. And it's really disorienting. I don't know why I did this. And it takes me a minute to realize.
There's an old T-42
And I just cannot shoot this guy in the head.
Looks like it's had some modifications.
They're bringing out the big guns for us!
Oh, I couldn't hit that other guy. Yeah, it's pretty rare to hit multiple people with the same coup de grace. They have to be standing, like, right inside each other. You don't really have to fight these guys. Your AI teammate over here, he's actually fairly confident. And we see a new counter there. Those guys with the knives, they'll charge at you like that, and you can just sweep their legs out from under them. And I was complimenting this guy, not Chris.
Here. You can get a view of the whole bridge from here. Captain Redfield's safety is in your hands. I'll go and start clearing a path.
So I, for some reason, think I'm going to show off and be badass by trying to destroy that tanker with something other than the anti-material rifle, and it doesn't really work out for me. We don't really have to help Chris, but shooting some of these guys will help it move it along. You can actually see the tank was out of position right there, and I didn't pay attention.
I'm gonna need a bigger gun.
Captain, if you draw the tank out of position, I can take care of that truck.
Good thing I can count on you.
So right there, the tank just moved out of position, and here I am trying to shoot it with the MPAF. That doesn't really work out. There's one thing to note about the shotguns in this game. As long as the laser sight is on it, as on your target, you will hit it at least once.
Something with more kick.
Piers, there's a fuel truck behind the tank. Shoot it.
Way ahead of you,
Still
Chris.
in my way. I don't have a clear shot.
One last little attempt before I use the rifle.
Nice shooting, Piers.
The way's clear. Better catch up with Captain Redfield. Let's go.
Let's not, because I'm a dumbass and I forgot this emblem. Yeah, only Piers can get that one. Anyway, we'll be seeing a new transformation right up here. Oh, by the way, this guy's an LMG, and that's really annoying when you're just trying to get up these stairs. Here you'll see that even just kicking people will sometimes make them transform.
I'm heading for the upper level of the bridge. up on top.
This is the Noga Oklop, and Oklop means armor. And these guys become completely resilient to any attack. You can't stun them. Well, not in the traditional sense. It just takes a lot of attacks apparently, and this is what happens when you start getting entranced by the combat. Look at my stamina right now. Yeah, that can happen if you just lose yourself to RE5 mode, where you don't have any stamina. Oh. The reason I'm leaving this little bit in right here, all he does is jump down onto some catwalks and gets up to Chris. Watch what happens right here. This douchebag was standing there just watching the entranceway with an LMG and hit me as I came in. Oh, whatever. Anyway.
Piers.
So I was wondering what this guy was shooting at.
Enemy reinforcements are moving in. Ben, I need you here.
I got a Bravo here that can't walk.
And there was a Jawabo right behind me who was running up here in the cutscene. And he grows a shield.
We'll hold our positions for now. I don't care if you have to drag him. Just get your butts up here.
And then this cutscene happens right as I was about to punch him.
Yes, sir. On my way.
So there's something I want to mention about these guys with shields, and you'll be seeing it in the bonus video of what you can do. But if you run up to them and do even that beginning melee where Chris just does that little left punch, it will actually stun them enough that you can pull off a coup de grace. Also, we've got paratroopers. You can actually shoot the paratroopers, but they've got a lot of health, and I didn't do it as Chris. You'll see some of it in the bonus video.
Good job.
So these guys also have invincibility frames when they land, and you have to time your shots just right. Really annoying. So to talk about this bridge scenario right here, there's a railway gun, but it doesn't do anything. We've got that RPG guy who hides behind a corner in the back, and we've got a bunch of snipers. So you don't want to be out in the open here. But I get a pretty lucky throw right there. So yeah, this little poison gas thing. Oh, I love how these guys run around without shirts on. It's always funny to me. Anyway, you can see that sniper. Piers doesn't even try to avoid it. Oh, here we go. This is a new transformation. That's the Ruka Havatanji. And check out my lucky headshot right there. So the Havatanji has a long prehensile arm that they'll use to stretch out and grab you from behind cover and stuff. It's the most frustrating thing in this game, in my opinion, and I really don't want it to ever happen to me. And it's a good thing it doesn't, because they'll drag you out right in front of all these guys, and you'll probably get killed. So it's probably a good thing that I didn't really let these guys show off anything that they can do. Most of these transformations are made to be annoying for this scenario, and you can't even counterattack any of them. We're almost done here because we have to wait on Finn again.
Yes, sir.
Finally killed that sniper. So you can actually run straight up to that railway gun and kill them as they drop down, but then you'll be open to the paratroopers coming down and shooting you in the back. But they only come in waves of 2.
I'll get started planting the explosives.
All right, make it quick.
Oh, here we go. It doesn't. Oh.
Good job.
But one of our AI teammates got that kill because I would have been able to automatically compliment Piers for that one. Alright, it's time to get out of here.
Everyone fall back and find cover.
So you can see what I mean, that this chapter is only long because I have to wait on other people. It's just designed to be long-winded, really.
Captain, we've got a railway gun in play.
Try to come as close as you can before you blow the target.
Finn, it's all on you now.
Roger that.
And there's an invisible wall here. I was trying to go kill that guy.
Sherry Birkin, National Security.
Sherry Birkin, you were in Raccoon City.
How do you know that?
Claire,
Wait, are you Chris?
my sisters told me all about you.
Chris, the man is a wanted insurgent.
Yes, he's a mercenary, but right now he's under the protection of the US government. He's no threat to the PSAA.
Unless someone pays me to be.
What did you just say?
What?
Nothing.
HQ to Alpha Team. Reinforcements are unable to land due to anti-aircraft artillery. Take them out.
Alpha Team copy.
What? We're picking up a large bogey on radar. It's heading right for you.
We'll talk later. Right now, you need to find cover.
Well, welcome to the first crossover event of the campaign.
Those 3 anti-aircraft turrets are holding us at bay.
So right here, Chris is working with Sherry.
We'll take care of him for you.
This is one of the most advertised things of the game before it was released. And honestly, it's broken. It really doesn't work. I have only been involved in an online crossover event a grand total of 3 times in 300 hours of play.
Don't worry about me. I can handle myself. You need the help.
So, both parties have 2 separate jobs. Chris and Piers want to take out the anti-aircraft guns, and since I'm playing as Chris, I actually have to go up to these to make Finn go to them and set the bomb. Jake and Sherry are just here, and yeah, that's his name. His name's Jake, but we'll find out more about him in the next update.
I'm setting charges on the anti-aircraft guns now!
And this is the worst thing right here. Even if the Ogre Man isn't doing anything, Finn will stop planning the goddamn bomb.
Put that BOW around!
But we can pull out spikes again. Naturally, only I can do it because I'm the player. So we have to get the Ogre Man away so I can get Finn to start planting these bombs and not waste any time. But yeah, Jake and Sherry, they can just do whatever they want. They can run around and fight enemies for all they care. They're just here to be here and help Chris. I really wish I had that freedom right now. So, right there, you see he's doing his rare attack. He'll run forward and step on you, and that's an instant kill no matter what. You'll just get crushed and die and have to start over from the checkpoint. In this room, you just got a bunch of Jawava who keep respawning, so it's a good place to farm for some ammo. Overall, this crossover event is... It's tedious, especially when you're playing as Chris. By the way, you can kill the Ogre Man there. I'll be doing that in a second after we destroy this first anti-aircraft gun. And it takes way longer than it should, especially because I'm on veteran. What was that guy taunting? Oh, screw you, Piers. I'm still bitter about what you did to me in the future. As you can see, Jake and Sherry are actually doing their job and keeping him busy over there. Not that they can do anything to him, mind you. And here I speed it up because here, I'm going to go kill him now. And it's pretty comical how this goes down. Anyway. Oh yeah, there's a guy on a turret back there, but who cares? Finn's going to go wait at the door to that middle building there. And he's not going to go in until either Chris or Piers goes down there to make him go in. So, like I said, this guy's either really easy or really frustrating, and as you can see, it doesn't really take much to knock him over, and this is the only way to kill him. I mean, you can shoot the sack repeatedly, but that doesn't do much damage without firearm or a mastery skill. So what was that, like 2 spikes so far? Here's the 3rd one. There we go. Took around 4. So Finn's going in, and here we go. I killed him. So this stuff looks like disgusting, but who cares? We got the Silver King piece, which is worth 4,000 points. Oh, and the more astute of you might have realized that Sherry said, we'll take care of one of those big ones, which implies that there was going to be another one, and she kind of spoiled it. Yeah, there's going to be another one. So the reason they left that dialogue in... Oh, this is pretty ungraceful right here. Doesn't really work out for me. So they left that dialogue in there, which makes me think that they plan to have 2 Ogre men running around from the very beginning, but I guess they took it out and forgot about that little dialogue clip there. After we destroy this anti-aircraft gun, another one's going to come out, and it is much more tedious to take him out than the last one. And I'm not going to be killing him in this playthrough because it would just take too long.
Anti-aircraft guns now, but it's gonna take a while. See if you can buy me some time. Just need a little more time.
So I speed this up right here too because it's really just a shooting gallery. There's nothing to see here. You've already seen this. Again, we're waiting on the best red shirt ever to set his bombs. Now that that's out of the way, let's get moving. There's one more to go. So while we start moving out, I'm going to go over this area a little bit more. There's really nothing of to note about the ground level, you know, where they'll be standing. There's nothing out there to get. So I would also like to talk a little bit more about the transformations. Most of them, you can't counter them, but that you can counter the Havatanji, but it's by far the most strict countering time in the game, and it doesn't even kill him. You just throw him on the ground. I'll be showing that off when we get to see him later on in the game, though. So we got to run through these underground tunnels. It's pretty easy, and there's plenty of healing items down here. Oh, by the way, you might have noticed some sewer grates up on the top floor. The Ogre Man can actually step through those, and if you happen to be under his foot, you will die instantly, no questions asked. I found that out the hard way when I was playing as Jake, and it just so happened. Oh, God. And after the sewer gate gets destroyed, he'll try to reach in and grab you, but he doesn't do that at all in this session, so I guess you'll not be seeing that. Oh, well. Oh, and yeah, just in case one of you goes down, if this was all co-op or something, you could actually help each other. So Jake could help Chris out, for example. Share herbs, but you can't share ammo or anything, unfortunately. These tunnels are pretty short, and there's only 2 ways out, and we actually passed the door back there, and that door is locked, but it leads straight to the anti-aircraft gun. But we have to open it from the other side. But the question is, why would you want to do that? Because by the time you get to that anti-aircraft gun, you're there. And there's only one way to go to it, and we're going there now. So, I don't know. There's nothing even behind that door. I got pretty lucky right there, too. Just had to get a little more throat-slitting action in this game. So here's a guy who likes to sit up on the stairs and shoot at the ladder when you come up, but thankfully I didn't get hit. I would normally throw a grenade up here, but you guys said no grenades. Okay, this is where things start getting really, really annoying. I'm not gonna lie that once I get Finn down to that anti-aircraft gun, I start hiding because you'll see why in a second here. Oh, by the way, the Ogre Man's going to go do something a little bit special right now. Make sure to kick this ladder down so you can get back up. If you're behind that truck, you will die instantly as well. All of its attacks seem to be just one-off instant kills that you are easily avoided, honestly. Although, I'm not going to lie, that the first time I played this game, that killed me. So here's something really annoying. He fell on the other side. No way I'm getting to him right now. So, attention to that LMG guy down there. So I go back to get some revenge, and he's gone. I guess Pierce killed him. So you might be noticing on the other side of this structure. Oh yeah, watch this. They're all about to do a massive assault on me right here. But yeah, 2 snipers appear where the second anti-aircraft gun was. Oh, right there you might have just heard an electric sound. Yeah, the Ogre Man just walked into some power cables, and I could go jump on him right now, but I wasn't paying attention. I was so focused on trying to get these snipers because I hate their guts.
The anti-aircraft gun's down, but it's gonna take a while. See if you can buy me some time.
Yeah, I end up popping a first aid spray right here. That was a little bit dangerous. And I just realized I missed the Ogre Man right here, so I speeded up again. So those 2 snipers are bullshit, because they keep respawning, you can't get rid of them. They have a lot of health. Yep, they're artificially inflated health. I know this for a fact. So we gotta pull this plug thing out of this Ogre Man's back so we can reveal its weak spot so we can get it killed later on. Once we destroy that anti-aircraft gun, we'll get some air support who take him out immediately, but we don't get the 4,000 skill points. You can kill this guy, but it takes too long. So here I am speeding it up where I'm just hiding behind this truck so I can wait on Finn. Really, there's nothing I can do as Chris, because normally you'd have peers shooting at those guys with the sniper rifles. And I really don't want to take the hits. I really don't want to. You might have noticed the Ogre Man just grabbed Jake right there. Nothing happens. He just holds you and you constantly lose health. Well, it's pretty much over at this point, though.
Alpha team will be landing shortly.
I already gave the pilot the coordinates.
Thank you so much for your help.
Hey. Hey. We met?
Well, you jarheads all look the same to me, pal. Sorry.
You've got to be kidding me. My mistake. Have a safe flight.
Captain, we're crazy for letting him walk away. How many men have we lost to mercenaries like him?
He's not our problem. Can't lose sight of the BSAA's mission.
To fight bioterrorism, sir.
I know what we're here for, rookie.
Welcome to City Hall. This is where you can actually start to see a little bit of saturation.
Spread out. Search this place top to bottom.
If the saturation wasn't on, this place would just look white and sterile, and that's just no fun.
Are these people?
I'm picking up life form readings. It's like they're in cocoons.
Who's there?
Right in here, we'll find our 3rd serpent emblem of the level. This place seems pretty familiar, doesn't it?
Getting a reading on the other side of this door.
Pierce, Finn, you're with me. Everyone else keep searching out here.
HQ. 3 of us are splitting off from the group, heading further into the building.
So I want to mention something about those serpent emblems. There's no way to keep track of which ones you missed or which ones you have by chapter. So if you happen to miss one in another campaign chapter and you don't realize it, you're probably going to be tearing your hair out trying to figure that out. Also, it looks like someone's heart with a cleaver in it right there. By the way, that guy can slash at you right there, and it will hurt you, as I found out one time. So you guys gave me a no grenades challenge, and right up here, that's where it started to come back to bite me in the ass. All these hand grenades would really come in handy. But sadly, I still work with it though.
Follow me.
Engines hatching, sir.
This is our first BOW. By the way, you can damage them while they hatch by shooting at them. This is the Napad, and they're walking tanks, and they hurt. Also, these are the only 3 in the game that happen to be massive size, so they have a ton of health. They've got a crap ton of health. I can't stress that enough. I have no attack increase, and I'm on veteran. And I don't have grenades. So you see they charge right there. You can counter that attack, but these guys are way too big, obviously. So, right on top of their back there, you'll be seeing here in a second after I stun them. Here's their weak point. You want to get in nice and close on that weak point. Oh, and Piers screwed me up right there almost. They're very easy to stun. Their armor comes off very easily, and it's really easy to feign them into attacking you, but here you go. See that weak spot right there? It's that white spot. You want to get in close and use your shotgun on that. Also, this other one hatched earlier than I expected, so I was getting a little bit nervous. Piers gets totally destroyed right there. And since I'm playing solo, I can't rely on Piers to use his anti-material rifle, and thank God this one went down fast. Having Piers and his anti-material rifle would make this so much better. These things are incredibly easy to take out, especially on co-op. So they swing, they charge, it all does huge damage. Also, they can grab you, but it's pretty easy to break out of. And if they manage to hit you with that charge, I'm not going to spoil what happens, but it's actually pretty cool on how you get out. You'll take damage, but there's a way to get out of that. And it looks cool, and I don't want to just, you know, force it. So here we are on the last one. Oh, they dropped the silver rook pieces, which are worth 1,500 points. Right here I blow a whole clip of assault rifle ammo and I manage to take them out. So there's your reason for wanting to let these guys live, is because, like, you don't want to destroy those chrysalids. You want these things to hatch, and there's actually a loading screen tip that tells you not to let them hatch. But why would you? They're easy to kill, and you get a ton of skill points for it. That isn't the only transformation we're going to be seeing. There are actually 4 different... oh, right here I'm actually showing off that I was in fact equipped with all the skills you voted on. I forgot to do that at the beginning of the level. Sorry, guys. Anyway, there are 4 kind of hatchings you can get. And the Napads are the 3rd easiest to kill. We'll be seeing another one later on in near the end of this video. These are the last Juavo of the level. Also, damn, check this out after I kill this guy. There's actually another red herb in that little side room there, plus a little bit more shotgun ammo. They really give you a lot of healing items in this level. When I was playing through as Piers, I actually ended up with 2 red herbs and 17 in my case. And the rest of this chapter is just plain easy, honestly.
Captain.
Sea virus. That's what the guerrillas were calling it. Nice to see the cavalry's here.
Who are you?
I work here. My name's Ada Wong. They held me hostage.
Sea virus. That must be what's creating those Juavo.
Yeah, I heard them saying something about that.
What else did you hear?
Maybe you could put your guns down first.
Not until you give us a reason to.
Neo Umbrella.
Neo Umbrella?
The organization supporting the guerrillas. Or at least I think that's what they were calling themselves.
So the sea virus came from them?
And that's all I know.
Thank you. We appreciate your cooperation. Finn, you're in charge of keeping her safe.
Yes, sir.
Keep an eye on her.
Will do.
found one of the staff. We're turning to the foyer now.
Come on, I'll show you a quick way back to the entrance.
There was the last emblem, and I almost miss a green herb right here. So now I've got pretty much my basic setup when I like to play normally is having the most herbs I can in my case and an extra 6 in the inventory. So I'm doing really well. Oh, keep your chin up, Finn.
Get to the second floor! The fire's too dangerous!
Chris is awesome. Okay, admittedly not awesome enough to take on 5 NAPADs. I don't have enough ammo for that. And there you just saw the counterattack. It just breaks their front armor, but I think it also does quite a bit of melee damage too.
There's a way out on the second floor. I suggest we take it.
Also, I'd like to point out that when Ada gets up to this top floor, that part in the wall just opens up for no reason, and yeah, there just happens to be the same kind of progress door here. Also, take a look at Ada. She doesn't really care. How did that guy know to lower his head? Ah, whatever. Oh. Here we go. The second of 4 transformations. This is the Strelitz, and it is a gigantic pushover. And I'm actually grateful you guys gave me the melee skill because it was a lot easier to kill him. So Strelitz means archer. Oh, right here. Oh, you just saw something else right here. If you try to dodge backwards with the knife as Chris, he does a little swing while he goes. So they shoot crap out of... Well, they shoot spines at you, like Hydralisks from StarCraft, really. And right here, I meant to slide, but I accidentally rolled. So they're incredibly easy to stun and get off this melee attack on them. Just slide into him, and there you go. And I ordered Piers to go beat up that one, but he didn't. So the button combination for meleeing them is always R1, then X, and then the last one is randomized between R1 and X. Oh, considering how easy they are to kill, you get a free 1,000 skill points for it. And most of the time you'll see me rushing that QTE, so I don't really pay attention, but you do have plenty of time to think about what button it is. That was just me getting lucky on the third one. So in this next room, we really just have to fight a few more hatchings, and then it'll be the end of the level. Believe it or not, the Strelitz are actually the second easiest to kill. There's actually one so much more a pushover. Right here I was trying to get an auto aim with that double slash, but it wasn't working out. And right here you see they vomit on the ground. Make sure you never, ever get cornered by the Strelitz. If you get cornered, you will die. No questions asked. Oh, here we go. I'm going to counter another one of these guys. So I've never had Ada be useful before, but she actually broke the armor on his back for me. I'm just using up most of my handgun ammo because we're not going to need it after this chapter. So about the Strelitz, if you get cornered, you're going to die, because even while you fall over, you don't have invincibility frames. So never get cornered, or you're dead. And for some reason, I was expecting another transformation to come out, but there was supposed to be another Strelitz back there. And then there's something up here.
We're almost out. Just hold it together, people.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This thing was supposed to hatch, and yet it didn't. There's supposed to be a Strelitz here, so...
Follow me.
Well, I guess it's pretty much easy from here. And you'll see on the metal screen that I'll have completed the chapter without the use of grenades. So once we get to this door down here, it'll be in the end of the chapter. Join me next time as we tackle the first chapter of Jake and Sherry's campaign. Have a good time, everybody.
The woman, she's gone. Finn!
I don't know what happened. She was here a second ago.
Thanks for the escort. Here's something to remember me by.
Captain, we gotta move.